Good morning, guys. It's Chris from daxtrader.co.uk, Thursday, the 21st of September, and this is the Dax Technical Analysis. And we're going to just run through all of the major charts as we normally do. Quick look at the cryptos, and I've got an update on the website as well. A little bit later than normal today because we've just done 2 webinars actually this morning already, so please excuse the delay. All right, the usual trading disclaimer before we start. Trading financial markets is risky. It involves the risk of losing our invested money. The webinars and videos are provided for educational purposes only. No investment advice is provided. If you decide to enter a trade on the back of the webinars, please do so entirely at your own risk or videos. Okay, so just a quick look at the economic calendar for today. I don't think there's a huge amount on. I think we do have Draghi talking a bit later on, but the main news event, of course, was last night with the FOMC. Nothing really unusual was to happen. They're going to be tightening. The likelihood is 1 further rate hike this year, maybe 3 next year to 2019. Pretty much all to be expected, which is, at the moment, good for equities. So keep an eye out for Draghi later on. And, of course, got some yen and Aussie that came out earlier on to affect some of those trades. So just keep an eye on your positions. And then tomorrow, should I say, no, ignore me. I'm thinking about something else. Okay, so yes, be aware of Draghi later on. So update-wise, on the website, I'll build a link for this, but last night I was just playing around with some JavaScript and just built a really basic DAX position size calculator. I've been searching around for one. Couldn't really find one, so I just decided to build it, the tool. So daxtrader.co.uk/calculator.html gets this. If you're with, I don't know, FXCM as an example, and let's say your account is 25K, it might not be, it might be, whatever. Whatever your balance is, put that in there. Whatever risk you want to risk per trade, let's say it's 1.25%, and let's say it's a 35-point trade in terms of your stop loss, and it costs, in my case, if I'm using my spread betting account with FXCM, doesn't work on futures accounts, just mainly CFDs and spread betting, then the cost for a minimum lot size is 0.091875, let's say, so 9p per point. You submit that, and it tells you that you can trade 97 lots or 97K with FXCM. Just a useful little tool. Hopefully that's useful for you. I'll put that in the link as well. Okay, come and join us on the Telegram channel, broadcast channel, if you want to get involved with the webinars during the day. And if you want to subscribe as a free member, you'll get access to the articles on the website as well. daxtrader.co.uk. All right, here we go. So cryptocurrencies, will start there. We're on a red day today. The balance has taken a small reduction. We're down to 420. Haven't changed the portfolio in any way. Litecoin has dropped off $3 or $4 over the last couple of days. Ripple and IOTA are the two that I hold in this little portfolio, and recovery right tokens. Not much to really go through at this stage. Still in that kind of bear period at the moment. All right, so let's get into the charts. On the DAX then, TPO, we had yesterday pierced or started to make some progress into this little area here, which was a previous value area from July. Had an attempt to get in that zone, but were rejected on Monday. And we've had a much, much stronger attempt at doing that yesterday. So you'd imagine now that we're just going to go and either get in there or trade through it. The buy line is increasing, so we're going to continue to hammer that line while it still works until it doesn't. And we have a POC from yesterday that's exposed around about 570-ish. Could be an interesting opportunity to buy with a decent stop loss. On the daily chart, my fork seems to have disappeared. I will redraw that in. So I had a fork that was done on this line here, but I realized it wasn't really capturing price action that well. So I simply modified it. I moved the A point up 25% along the vertical line of the A period, just so it catches price just that little bit better. And I also have my 20, I don't know where they've gone, my 50 lines in there as well. And so I like the way that that's capturing price. I did actually have another fork in there as well from this pivot there through those. Didn't capture price, so I shift it. And that was quite good. And of course, that's where this break happened, isn't it? Where the original part of this move is where the last swing was broken, came back, switch backed, and then we've just continued to be bullish ever since. 400-500 point move. Balance point right there in the middle of that gap from this move to speculate an extended measured move target up there at 12.8. That's the thought process behind that. 240-minute chart. Not really a lot more to say here other than just a basic idea. The fork is here. I think that's the same shift fork maybe that I've just drawn on the daily chart. Huge spike with a gap. Still got that measured move target up there. You can clearly see the channel that's developing here. So a strategy that's potentially able to play out here is a fake break. Okay, so we'll break the channel to the downside, come back to test it from the underside, break that low, which will encourage sellers to jump on the move, but then trap, get, and then continue to move higher. That's a potential idea. We'll see. But clearly that is still the target. All right. And what else have we got? So that was the 240, or the 4-hour chart. Let's just tidy that up, zoom that out. All right, great. Let's go and have a look at the 5,000 tick chart. One of the ideas that I was playing around with was if we did get that break lower, where we just talked about that trap move, where could price actually end up going to? And so I pulled an ACR line through this support buy line, if you like, at the moment. It seems to be getting hammered by the buyers. If that breaks, then that's a potential reaction line. And it also has a bit of a confluence with 480, which was a zone we've been talking about over the last week, and the warning line from this fork as well. But it was just an idea. If that did happen, the stop loss is the only tricky bit where you would place it. But if you put a long in there, you're looking at 5-1 to retest those highs. Okay, so that is the 5,000 tick chart. Not going to go into too much detail on here, but there was a bit of confusion because I was looking at swings and thinking to myself, okay, well, on the 500 tick chart, this was a low. That's another low, potentially another low there, another low here. But I thought to myself, well, if this was the low here and we're continually making these higher lows, so higher low here, higher low there, higher low here, the job of this swing here is to take out that high there, and it didn't. But not only that, not only did it fail to break that high, but it actually took out this low. And that to me was kind of suggesting that maybe this market cycle was coming to an end and that we're moving from mark up into a sort of a distribution chaos type market cycle, which is difficult to trade, choppy, but possibly even the start of a change in trend. Then, of course, it's just come around and taken out all of those highs. So it's really confusing at the moment. So you just got to be really careful, making sure that you're using decent stops. Never trade without stop loss. It's never a good idea, in my opinion. All right. However, although that got a bit confusing trying to map those swings out there on the 500 tick chart, if you look at actually a wider time frame, so this is just a 60-minute, you can still see that the trend is intact. You know, these individual swings here will be showing where the move is happening. And at the moment, we're in this kind of move. So you could even draw a fork in there. So you just take the A point from that low, your B point from that high, C point from maybe even that low. Try and curve fit that center line. It's already touched the median line. In fact, it zoomed through the median line as it was talked about in the webinar this morning. So if it continues to go higher, where's the next target? Well, you'd imagine it's going to be the test of this next line. If, however, that is the high, we don't know yet. Actually, yeah, well, we don't know, but let's just assume that it is. Then if we drew the similar sort of fork from this side round, and you'd imagine that price could come down to test this median line down here, and that's an opportunity. If you wanted to continue this move and you believe that it was going higher still, buying until it doesn't do it anymore, then you could continue. You'd probably have to put your stop loss underneath there. You don't quite get the 3-to-1 that we're after, but it's an idea. Yep. On the 20-minute chart, I was playing around with an idea of maybe this was going to be some pivot structure, but I can kind of delete that idea now because we've taken it out. It's an interesting zone, this one, though, and it's proved its interest once more by bouncing from it early this morning. All right, let's see how this little area moved out as I was talking about the webinar just a minute ago. Just taking a really, really basic fork from this little minor swing to this low to see how it reacted. So you're either going to get a reaction from VWAP or you get a reaction at median line potentially. So keep an eye and see how that works out. I was looking as well if that is an expanding triangle, but I don't know whether that's a little bit tenuous. But if it is, a 5-pet does provide some potential opportunities. All right, guys. So that is kind of my thought process for today. So still bullish. Got a couple of opportunities that are out there. You've got an interesting opportunity at the POC from yesterday. And you've also got another interesting opportunity on the... Is it this one here? Nope. This one here on the 60-minute chart where we had these two opposing forks from the swings where there's a potential touch of this median line that could provide an opportunity as well. Let's just see what the numbers are here, see if there's a confluence. So 560. And on there, we're looking at, yeah, not too dissimilar, 568. So there's a little bit of confluence in that region for me. So if price does get down to there, it could be interesting. All right, so we'll leave it there for today. We'll be back again tomorrow with another webinar. Make sure to join us. Come and join us in the broadcast channel. The link is in the description of this YouTube video below. Click on that. It's free to get Telegram, and the link to join the group will be there. That's just a free broadcast channel. If you want to join up and get a lot more information, join the community and join up as a premium member, then you can do so on the website, daxtrader.co.uk. Very, very easy to do that. Send me a message, share the articles and the videos if you like what we're doing here, or if you want to join in and get involved, that would be great as well. So we'll leave it there. Have a great trading day, and we'll catch up again tomorrow.